Salcom, welcome back to the second segment of BFA's On the Ball Show. We've got a couple of new guests. We're still staying in Wales. We have the local boy band members on. Let me introduce you. First of all, the guy to my left, we have Izzy, otherwise known as Aminul Islam for the family members at home in Wales watching. Izzy, Salcom.
Walaikum salam.
And you're the captain.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Marvel.
That's it.
That's right.
Captain Marvel.
I hope
we'll,
so.
we'll talk more to you in a bit. And also we've got Shamim, aka Sham. You all right?
Yeah,
Good to have you on the show, guys. All right, listen, I know we touched on it in the first segment, but I want to learn more about our international debutante. Let's go to Akmal. Akmal, you had a trial in August of last year, under 19s. How did that happen, and how was the experience?
It happened because I was just playing against Jalal, who was on the show previously. And he obviously had a few contacts up there. I didn't know that Bangladesh had a national team, so it was a surprise to me. So he said you should go up there and trial. So me and my friend went up. We trialed. Like I said, it was an eye opener to see what it was like there. Because the heat, it was difficult for us to adapt to the way we usually play. So it was difficult for us in that sense. But after a couple of days, we did get used to it. And I think we played really well.
What position do you play?
I play right back. I do.
Right back, and,
Yeah.
and how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20,
Yeah.
okay. And so in terms of the levels, how did you find the level? If you take away the heat factor, we take away the conditions, and just look at the ability of the players and the
Yeah.
technical ability of the players that you were up against,
Yeah.
how do you think you fared?
I think we were better, to be honest. Like I said, I've played with a lot of Bengali players. I think if we were given the time to adapt to the weather and adjust to the way they play, because like I said, they're not technically advanced as us. So I think if you say they come to the UK and played in our weather, we would definitely outdo them, because I think we've got the potential to go far with the upcoming players.
Okay, let's hold this conversation here. We've got a first call of the evening from Wales. Let's take the call and see who it is. Okay, you're live in the studio. Welcome to BFA's On the Ball Show. Who do we have on the line?
Assalamu alaikum, brother Indul Ghazi.
Wa alaikum salam.
বাংলা বুঝেন নি আপনি?
বুঝি আপনার নাম কি তা সরি?
আমার নাম মাতাব খান।
মাতাব খান। আসসালামু আলাইকুম, ভালো আছেন নি?
জি ভাই।
আচ্ছা খোকা কিতা খালকে মাত্তা সাইরা?
আমি তো পয়লা আপনার লগে মাতি।
আচ্ছা খোকা।
আপনি যে প্রোগ্রাম করেন খুব ভালো লাগে।
Thank you very much.
আপনার প্রোগ্রাম আমি সব সময় দেখি।
Oh, even better. That makes two. My wife and you. আচ্ছা খোকা।
আমার খুব স্নেহের মানুষ, খুব সম্মানিত মানুষ দুজন আছে।
আচ্ছা। খেয়ে আমরা তো জিনিয়ান না, আপনি খোকা।
আপনার কমিউনিটি লিডার মিস্টার আনামিয়া।
Okay. That goes without saying. That goes without saying.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আমি দেখে অত্যন্ত আনন্দিত। I am very very proud of Cardiff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good stuff. I feel like applauding.
মাতু আন্না।
যে আমরা হুন্ডাম আপনার মাত হুন্ডাম
আপনি মাতিতা হোকা হোকা
মাতটা হোকা হ্যাঁ
পয়লা কথা হইল আমার ইন্দ্রুল ভাই এত সুন্দর করে প্রোগ্রাম হইন আমার কাছে এত ভালো লাগে দেখতে আমি খুব খুব ইয়া করি
he's a professional yes
I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Baya. That's very kind of you.
বাঙালি কমিউনিটির যে আমরা এই ব্যাক স্ট্রিট ফুটবল প্লেয়ারদের টাইম প্রমোট করেন এবং তারা আগুয়ে যারা
আচ্ছা
এর লাগি তার কাছে আমার আন্তরিক শুভেচ্ছা
Well, appreciate that. Thank you very much.
অভিনন্দন
Thank you very much. আর কিছু হইতানি হোকা
আমি কইতাম চাই যে আমরা এই যে দুই ব্যক্তি গন গেস্ট হইন আমরা কার্ডিফ থাকি
আচ্ছা
আমি আমি রিয়েলি গর্বিত যে তারা এত দূর থাকি যে এখানে গিয়া আপনার লগে প্রোগ্রাম করা এবং চেষ্টা করা আমরা ওয়েলসের বাচ্চাইন তোর ফুটবল খেলার যে ক্ষমতা শক্তি ওটা তুলিয়ে ধরবার লাগে
ইনশাআল্লাহ
যে মতলব আমরা
জনাব আনামিয়া সাহেব তাই নাসলা ভালো একজন প্লেয়ার আমরা কার্ডিফ ফুটবল টিমও খেলতাম ওই সময় আমিও ফুটবল খেলতাম
থ্যাংক ইউ
তাই খুব ভালো একজন প্লেয়ার যার ফলে আজকে তাই ফুটবল ভালো ফাইন বলিয়ে তাই এটা প্রমাণ হল এটা আকবর আলী আকবর আছেন তাই আমরা শাহজালাল মসজিদর বর্তমানে সভাপতি
Yeah.
তাই না গেছেন খুব স্নেহের মানুষ আমার ছোট ভাই তার বড় ভাই লাগি কার্ডিফ সিটি কাউন্সিলর লর্ড ডেপুটি লর্ড মেয়র তাই না এখন ম্যাজিস্ট্রেট
মাধব ভাই
আমার জাননি
মাত যার আপনি আচ্ছা
আমরা কমিউনিটিরে আমরা সাপোর্ট করব আপনারা লাখান আপনি আমরা যে সিনিয়র লেভেল আমরা যারা আছি বর্তমানে যে আমরা নেতৃস্থানীয় যারা যারা আছি সবে আমরা কমিউনিটি লাগি আমরা সবে সাপোর্ট দিতাম আমরা ইয়াংস্টার হলরে আর তারা অনেকটা সহযোগিতার দরকার আছে যেহেতু আমরা অনেকটা সময় আমরা অনেকটা গেম হল আমরা অ্যারেঞ্জ করবো আমরা চেষ্টা করি সকলরে জানিয়ে দিতাম সকল সময় তখন কি আমরা কমিউনিটি সাপোর্টের হলকে একান্ত জরুরি দরকার আমরা পাই অনেক সময় আমরা যারা যারা ক্লোজ যারা লগে আমরা আছে কন্ট্যাক্ট আছে তারা আমরা সকল সময় জানাইয়া দিই এরপরেও আমরা অনেক সময় সকলের লগে আমরা যোগাযোগ করা সম্ভব হয় না তো আমি কত অনুরোধ করবো সকলের কি যে সময় আমরা যে একটা খেলা যদি বাইরের কোনো একটা টিমের লগে আমরা খেলা ফেলাই তা আমরা কমিউনিটির সবাই আইয়া তারা encouragement দিতা কারণ সাপোর্টিং ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট সাপোর্ট পাইলে আমরা ইয়াংস্টার হলে তারার যে একটা কনফিডেন্স লেভেল আছে তারা ওটাও বাড়ে আর এটা খেলাধুলা রয়েছে গিয়া লট অফ ইট ইজ ইন দ্য মাইন্ড কনফিডেন্স লেভেল যদি হাই থাকে তখন গিয়া আমরা খেলাইতে তারা সহযোগিতা সকল পায় আর প্লাস আমরা কমিউনিটির সাপোর্ট যদি দেখা যায় যে কমিউনিটিও আমরা বাড়ি আইয়া সাপোর্ট দিলা তখন গিয়া তারা খেলতেও অনেকটা ইয়ে করতে পারে আমরা নো ডাউট আমরা ইয়ের মাঝে অনেক ট্যালেন্টেড ইয়াংস্টার যখন আছে তারারে ওখানে গিয়ে একটা আমরা দায়িত্ব যে আমরা তারারে যেভাবে যতটুকু আমরা সহযোগিতা করতাম পারি তারা সাহায্য করতাম সো থ্যাংক ইউ আপনি কল করছেন আর আমি অনুরোধ করবো আরও আমরা কমিউনিটির যারা হুনরা আমরা এই কনভারসেশনটা সবে তারারে আমরা ইন্টারেস্ট দিতাম থ্যাংক ইউ মাতাব ভাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম
Yes, okay. All right, thank you. Matabai, thank you very much for the kind words. Really appreciate that. And again, everybody in Cardiff, great work and support the guys here at Bengal Dragons. Okay, let's get back to our conversation that we have with Akmal. And also yesterday, you did a run, didn't you? A charity run.
I did, yeah.
Now, I mentioned Mo Farah and the comparison. I was listening to you speak to someone off air that you literally only trained 2 days.
I did, yeah.
And what was the time? A half marathon, was it?
1 hour and 36 minutes.
Half marathon, for those that may not know, is how many miles?
It's 13 miles, it is.
just
Yeah.
over
1
13 miles.
hour. And typically, how long does it take to run 1 mile?
Typically...
What is the world record? Does anybody know what the world record is?
The world record, I think, was about...
Just under 4 minutes.
Just
Under 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're talking over a period of 13 miles and you've
Yeah.
run it in 1 hour. That's
36
just
minutes, yeah.
amazing. And Mo Farah ran it in how long?
I think
Just under an hour.
just under hour, yeah.
Blimey.
1
So
hour.
I'm
No,
pretty
maybe
pleased
you're
with
missing
that.
your vocation. Hey?
Change of career.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's great. And you were running for which charity as well? Let's
It's
mention
for
them.
Educare. So they work back home to provide like water pumps and like essentials to schools. So yeah, I did the run for them, and Alhamdulillah, we've nearly raised £1,000
Wow.
within
well
the space of a week.
Mashallah.
So to everyone that supported the cause, I just want to say thank you, and inshallah we can continue raising more money.
Okay, well,
Educare is our nominated charity, if you
Yeah.
remember.
they were on last time, I remember
was
them.
here last time,
Yeah,
that's right.
So, again, a great organisation, another
Exactly.
brilliant
And
charity.
they're doing
to be
some
working
wonderful
for.
work. We went out there
Yeah.
when we were in Bangladesh. We went out there to see some of their projects, and we were
I think doing that kind of working with these charities and actually going seeing these things firsthand and visually seeing the impact they're having on people's lives makes a huge difference.
it does definitely.
Well done to you guys for partnering up with these lot. And again, for those of you, I'm sure Akmal will be running more. This is the first of many. In the future, if he is get on board, guys. You mentioned the community support. He's running for a charity that's doing some amazing work back home. They're the ones that really need it.
That's right.
So let's support the cause. All right, I tell you what. We got some clips from the tour. I think it's ready. Let's watch the short clip, and when we come back, I'll come to Captain Marvel, and we can talk more. You can fill us in as to how the trip was. Okay, I think the clips are ready. Let's watch the highlights from the Bangladesh tour for Bengal Dragons. Okay, welcome back, guys. As you saw, some clips there from the tour of Bengal Dragons as they went to Bangladesh. Sham, I'm going to come to you. That looks like an amazing experience. Again, I was following you guys on social media when you were out there. Some of the crowds looked huge. From your perspective, what was the highlight of the tour?
Well, the highlight was, you have to just put it all in a nutshell, was the whole tour itself. You know, it was a great experience. You know, if it wasn't for two people I want to mention very quickly, Jalal and Sasa, they made it happen for us, you know. So, it was just an amazing experience.
And in terms of if you had to pick one particular moment from the whole tour,
for me, it's personal thing is scoring my first international goal. That was in the first game. It was against Sheikh Jamal, Dan Mondi team. It was.
So that's not any team, is it?
They are one of the top teams in Bangladesh. So it was. I think they were winning 2-1. And sort of Jalal sort of put me on. He just chucked me on. He's like, "Look, you're going on." So I went on and I managed to score the goal. And all I seen was Jalal in front of me, and I just ran to him, and then I seen Sasa and embraced him. So that's.
And what was the crowd like?
Oh, it was crazy. There's people sort of hanging on rails, hanging on trees, just on rooftops watching the game. So
numbers we're looking at about 5,000 to 7,000. You said, did you?
Yeah, that's something easy. Hopefully we'll touch upon. I think that was a second game.
Second game.
The first game we did have a big crowd, about 300-400 people. So still
not bad at all, is it?
Still not bad at all. Yeah.
Okay. Izzy, obviously you're the captain. The feedback for the tour has been amazing. Obviously, I don't need to ask you how good it was, but in terms of your own highlights, in terms of as the captain, as a leader of the group, how impressed were you with the 5 games in general, and what stood out more than anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I was really impressed. I think what impressed me the most is the commitment and the effort of all the players. We've been a team for 7 months only, so we haven't had enough time to challenge stuff. So this trip especially, it was just it was fantastic for us to bond as a team more than anything. And people like Sasa here and our other Sasa, the people on the board, they put I knew what they did behind the scenes, so we have to thank them a lot. For us as well, it was Liam Ellis, our manager. He's got experience working with Swansea City, so he played a big part. He made us into the team we are. And Maj Malik, the coach. So it's people like that we got to thank, and this is why we play football, is people like them for their support. But from my experience, the highlight has to be the Gaziantep game, the second game. I mean, after the first game Sham mentioned, we had 400 or 500 people, so we thought it'd be the same crowd. We thought it'd be 500 people. I remember because we were driving up, and I think my coach was the fourth one, and they just stopped in the middle of the road. I just see kids going past with their cameras. People wanted to do a high five, and that's when I seen the posters outside the stadium. I couldn't believe it. And then we had police, escort us in, and they were giving us flowers. But it's the reception we had. It was, for me, it's the highlight of my life, not my career, my life. That's how much I gotta say. I loved it. And what impressed me is the players. They were so focused. We lost our first game 3-2, and we had one day, and then we had to go play. So in the second game, we wanted to win, more than anything. I said before the game, this is the moment of your career, you got to give everything. We can't lose this. You might not get a moment like this again. And, the players were just excellent. I can't thank them enough. And to win 2-0, because even though they supported their team, every time we scored, it's like they supported us. So, Tahmid, our striker, he scored 2 good goals. Wow. And, he played a big part in that as well. So, yeah, it was just fantastic. And what I liked mainly was people like Akmal, the trialists, the ones who were there, Akmal, Rizwan, Raju, Mohit, all the ones that were there, they impressed the most for me because, they worked hard for it, and they deserve that success. They had the right stuff to the build-up, they went gym daily, and they put the extra effort in, so they deserve the success. And, they were really impressed, the scouts and all, they were really impressed, and they wanted them back. So yeah, overall, it was just a fantastic experience to say.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, coming back to you, obviously, I think Izzy just mentioned it. So what has come from the most recent tour with the Dragons? You've been invited back. What's the situation?
Yeah, so like I said, a few of us were on trial there. We had a few people looking at us because there's something going on with the Bangladesh League at the moment. So we're just waiting to hear back from a few clubs, and inshallah, it works out for us.
So what does that mean? You're going to go back and play? We're talking about the BPL. There's something going on over there.
That's correct, yeah.
So you could be playing for a club?
That's right, inshallah, that's the plan. This club, this Sheikh Jamal, like I said, they were interested in a few players. and Abu Dhabi, I think, is the other team. They're taking on a few players, so hopefully it works out for us. Like as you said, we have worked hard for it.
Definitely.
And how would this work out for yourself, obviously, in terms of your commitments going on? How long would it be in terms of you being out there?
Yeah, so if they do take us on, like I said, a typical season lasts about 6 months. So we would be out there for 6 months throughout the season, and hopefully after that, hopefully we come back home, spend time with family and friends. Inshallah, if it works out, that's the plan.
Sure.
Brilliant. Okay.
Akmal will definitely get a contract. You know, I'm the centre back and he's my right back, and I don't see him. He's so energetic. He's up and down.
I can defend
No,
him that
he's
as well.
brilliant.
He's very talented. You know, it's like you said, the 1 hour 36 in the marathon.
Yeah, that says a
Slowly
lot.
play yourselves.
He's a Nathaniel Klein. About
Really?
Yeah, so-
Oh, okay.
I'm an Arsenal fan, so
I used to be a Liverpool.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with
No, I
that.
mean, there is definitely something on the pipeline as regards to their trials in Bangladesh. So we've sown the seeds out there now, and
Okay.
we've put our players on the shop window. And I think there were a lot of coaches who were out there, and they were well impressed with their commitment.
I
So,
think our other striker as well, Raju Khan.
Raju
He
Khan,
scored
yeah.
3 goals, was
he
it?
he was
You know,
he was very
Yeah.
impressed a lot of the scouts out there.
Okay.
As well.
Everyone loves a good goal scorer. don't they?
Definitely,
So
definitely.
that's
So we're still
good.
being a defender, isn't he?
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think
yeah.
one
You
thing
should
I
consider
noticed-
becoming an agent.
One thing I've noticed out there in the players, the fitness level of some of the players that we played out there with, they were absolutely head and shoulders above our boys. I mean, that is, if anything, that let us down is our fitness level, because that's the heat was one issue that they had to overcome, but even the overall fitness levels of the most of the teams that we played against was superb. Even the village teams that we played in Sylhet, we played in a couple of villages, and they could run all day, and it's amazing how they carried on running, and in my days I played in Bangladesh many moons ago, but now I've noticed the level that these players are playing at second to none. They are playing at a much higher level as well. So it's really something
Okay.
to be looked at.
All right, Mizan, I want to come to you now. Obviously, we've heard about what you're doing with the Welsh FA and your role with the BME community. But from our perspective and for their perspective in particular, where do you see these boys? You mentioned the league, entering the league, but how far can they go?
Before I get into that, just on Akmal having the trials and hoping to get it, I was discussing in the car on the way down here that a lot of us boys that have been brought up in UK have this lifestyle of, you got your smart clothes, as you can see by Captain Marvel there, fresh clothes, you got fresh water on tap, everything. The last thing you want to do is having that behind you in Bangladesh, and not having I don't want to second grade it, but having the second grade quality, if you like, service compared to what living in the UK. You don't want to be put off by that. And I would always encourage them to take that opportunity, even if it's a season or two, and work your back way, use that experience and come back into Europe or UK even, and use that experience in CV, and then build your rapport up to play in the UK. Obviously, because I know a lot of people have got a lot of talents. I know there's another player, Mohit, I think, who got homesick, and a quality player. They wanted to sign him on. And I've told Mohit myself, I said, look, take the opportunity, do it 1 season, 2 seasons, come back and use that. Come into the Welsh League. If you can live in Wales, you paid opportunity, and then work your way up. Then you still got 5 years in you can do it.
Yeah.
So I've always encouraged that. Don't be put off by it. It's they say pain is temporary, success forever kind of thing. So you want to work on that. With regards to them going far as they can, I think it all links. Bottom line is, if you don't play mainstream football, you're not going to get recognised. Full stop. I could invite a lot of people to come down to watch the next game against the
Sporting Bengal.
Sporting Bengal, and you will get it. But the most important people that matter to scout the players, in all honesty, they won't come down.
Yeah, of course.
Because they just think, it's an exhibition.
Yeah, it's another BME event, isn't it?
Yeah, community. Get recognised, get playing the mainstream football. I think that's me and Jalal are trying to do now, is get them into mainstream football, Cardiff and District League on a Saturday or a Sunday. Get them promoted. The more exposure, the more success you have, the more exposure you'll have, and the more people start talking about it. Then you've got the youngsters coming up through, which will set up the academies. We want these guys first to be successful at the top, and the youngsters coming up.
Yeah, it's a flagship type thing. Yeah, very similar. Okay, guys, unfortunately we're out of time for the second segment as well. I did say these things fly, loads to talk about. We could talk all day, but we've got 2 minutes to another break. When we come back, we want to touch on some BFA stuff. Lots of things happened and lots of things to come as well. Enam's going to be coming on to share that with you, and we'll have more chat with the guys from Wales as well. So enjoy the 2 minute break, and we'll chat soon.